God is good. God is good all the time. I know you say that is his nature. And even at a time like this, let's not forget our God is there and our God is still good. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. I want to begin by thanking the people of Kenya, the people of Africa, and the citizens of the world who have joined to help me bury my husband, the father of my 4 children, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. I never imagined that this would fall on me to lead the family and the world in burying Raila. I hoped it would be the other way around. With pain, without lamentation, I accept the will of God. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the government for going out to accord my husband, our father, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, such a dignified send-off. Indeed, in this part of the world, we've never seen something like this. We've never seen a dignified send-off like what we see here in Bondo. Mr. President, thank you very much for according Raila this kind of send-off. Mr. President, my family is grateful to you for being a man of his word and a man who stands with friends after committing yourself to do so. Thank you. I want to thank the leaders of Kenya. I was looking around and said, whose name do I mention? But all of you are being very close to Raila. When I look back, I see people who are very close to Raila as friends and colleagues in the life of Kenya. I want to thank specifically former President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's a true friend. He stood by us. Yes, thank you. I want to thank once again of leaders from Kenya and across the world who have taken their time to mourn with us and to mourn with the family. And for this kind thought, you have spared your time to be here today. I know there are many, many leaders from other parts of Africa. His best friend, Papa Olusegun Obasanjo. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much. He comes from Nigeria, for those of you who can remember. And if you remember, after Jaramogi's death, he was here and opened the museum. I would also want to thank Her Excellency, Ms. Morgan Shangarai from Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for being with us. I know there are many others, and I'm going to write special letter to all others when the time comes, because I'm not able to mention them by word. Your words, your letters, your social media posts has gone a long way in lessening our pain and lifting our spirits. Thank you very much for that. Raila has been my husband for the last 52 years. Many of you who are here are younger than 52 years. You could easily have been our children. Like all the couples and families, we also had our ups and downs. But we've learned one thing, and that is we must talk straight to one another. We must forgive and move on. Now, juggling the family life and public lives exert extreme pressure and demands on us from time to time. I know most of the time we used to say Raila is more of public life, political life, than he is for family life. But every time he came, he gave us what we deserved. I remember he attends to each one of us individually according to our needs. And that is not only his children and grandchildren, but also to his brothers and sisters. When Oburu was here, he didn't emphasize. But I think the next person, after loving me, the other person that he loves, leave alone his children, is Dr. Buru. Raila would not do anything without consulting with Dr. Buru. And if you wanted to know more, and you wanted to get to know what he's going to do, if you are clever, you talk to Dr. Buru first to talk to him, so that he softened the way for you to talk to him. Through all this, what remained unchanged was our commitment to each other. On our belief that he had seen through and vows, and we made each other at the start. It worked for us. It was through the tumultuous years of detention, years of exile, and decades of commitment to the people of Kenya and the people of Africa. The detention years and years in this exile tested our family in a way only the family can appreciate. It was not easy. But all the time, when he was away, either in detention or in exile, I knew he would always come back. This time, I'll have to join him wherever he has gone, because he'll never come back. But the spirit lives on. When I first met Raila, some 54 years ago, I didn't see his political side. I didn't see it coming either. He was not a politician in any form. I knew his father was, but him was different. And with my friends, then I was at the University of Nairobi, we were young, idealistic ladies who swore not to marry. We swore to marry calm, professional men, not those who give to the loudness of politics. I swore we had no time for the people who are doing political science, the lawyers, and so forth. We didn't know what was coming. In my group, and they know them, the group of the sisters were with at the University of Nairobi, people like Leo Duol, Gladys Okoth, Deborah Kiai, and so forth. You know you very, very well. Out of my group, I was the first one to marry. I married an engineer, a man of calm demeanor and reflective character. From this turn of events, I come to understand firsthand that Raila was not just an ordinary engineer, but a political engineer. I evolved, adapted, and handled challenges that came my way, courtesy of being Raila Odinga'S wife, and those challenges were many. I know if you are to ask the spouses of these politicians down here, they'll tell you the challenges are many and not easy to cope with. I learned that if you're a spouse or political politician, inherit his friends, but don't inherit his enemies. Why do I say this? Because you'll be standing there, you'll be sitting there at home, thinking so-and-so is an enemy of my husband, because he belongs to a different political party or he comes from a different area. I tell you, you'll be wrong. Don't inherit in his enemies, because tomorrow you'll find that those people that you thought were his enemies are his best friends, and you'll be left out. Be careful when you are handling his friends. Inherit his friends, but his enemies, let him deal with them the way he made them. After going through it all, I had a chance to marry. If I had a chance to marry him, I would marry him again. I would be happy to do it. But this time, I would marry him knowing I'm marrying a politician, not just an engineer only. But Raila never really stopped being a production engineer. It has been said, but he also practiced it. He started the East African Spectre, the company that manufacturing gas cylinders, and that is thriving in that. Those who are working for East Africa Spectre, please try to keep up his legacy of making it a real big industry that Raila intended it to be. Raila was always disturbed by the fact that Kenya was not moving as fast as he expected. At the turn of independence, Kenya was at par with countries like South Korea, with countries like Thailand. I think we're even ahead of many other large countries. But these countries have moved very fast. They've moved very fast to be first world countries. Kenya, we are still dragging a little. This thing can be changed. I've traveled in many countries. In 1995, during the International Women's Decade that was in Beijing, we went to Beijing, the women of the world went to Beijing, and what I noticed that the tallest building in Beijing was a 4-story building, and it was a hotel. I also noticed, that's me, that many of the people who are working in Beijing, the Chinese, they were wearing what we call overalls, the things that industrialists wear in the factory. They were either yellow, red, blue, green, or any other. And everybody was moving in a rickshaw. Go to Beijing today. you can see a different world. It can be done. Even in Kenya, we can change it. With hard work, determination, focus, we can change our country. And as I'm talking here, I know we have leaders here. Please focus in changing the country. Let's not seek leadership to enrich ourselves. Let's not seek leadership to acquire wealth for ourselves, but acquire wealth for Kenya and acquire wealth for our generation to come. In the name of Raila, I appeal that we focus on national wealth instead of personal wealth. I appeal that we work on quality education, education that will lead us to be people that God made us to be. I appeal that we have our nation in order, correct our health institutions so that it gives us the kind of life that we need to live. There are many others. Dear Kenyans, today I surrender Raila to friends, family, and patriots who went ahead of him. I surrender Raila to eternity, and I surrender Raila to all the ages. I know he's comfortable where he is. I know he deserves to be in the company where he is. And I pray that when my time comes, I'll join him there in heaven realms. Fare thee well, my dear husband. Fare thee well, father of our children. Fare you well, the friends of many. If you were to start again, I would be there with you. Thank you, and may God bless you all for being here.